Welcome to Purana Talk. We're reading the Garuda Purana.
It's a special Nescafe edition.
Yes, we are. We are once again drinking Nescafe. The preferred coffee in the rest of the world. In fact, it's the only brand served at Ramu Kaka's chai stand. It's true. Serve no other coffee. All right, so we're in the second kanda of the Garuda Purana, chapter 29, Rites After Death. The Lord said, O noble being, you have put pertinent questions to me. Listen to my explanation of all obsequial rites for the benefit of the people. Now, just, in case you'd forgotten, the last chapter, 28, ended with a bunch of questions. Garuda is the other person in this conversation, Vishnu's mount, Lord of Birds.
And he had lots of questions, too.
Yeah, they went on and on and on. It's like he's eternally two. But, and a lot of them have been asked and answered already in this Purana, and yet we're going to ask them and presumably answer some of them. I want him just to lay down, like a Zen cone or something like just sums it all up. There you go.
We'll see.
I'm not really expecting that. Okay. The Lord said, O noble being, you have put pertinent questions to me. Listen to my explanation of all obsequial rites for the benefit of the people. I shall explain the same on the authorities of the Vedas and Smriti texts. This has not been revealed even to gods and yogins who are devoted to meditation on the self. Dear, it is a guarded secret, not disclosed to anyone hitherto. Since you are my devotee, I shall keep nothing hidden from you. There is no salvation for a man without a son. It's the horrible truth. Suck it up. We blew it. He never attains heaven without a son. He must obtain a son somehow. All right. Now there's a footnote. Yeah, but the footnote's all in Sanskrit. Aputrasya gatir nasti. Nasti? Putrena lokanjayati. Petrenanantya mashnute. MS 9, 137. Manusmriti? Maybe. For some reason it made
a capital manuscript. Well, MS can be.
Yeah, and well, it's the problem. It made capital M, small s, but don't pay too much attention to these things. They're sometimes just a fluke. Okay, gotta have a son. So, rush right out and get one. You can get them in India. Relatively inexpensive. They don't let you take them home, though. Even if ultimate salvation is not possible, a son will necessarily save him from hell. May not get him completely liberated, but at least you're not going to hell because you don't have a son. The cremation rites should be performed by the son. A grandson can lit the funeral pyre. I do read what it says, to the best of my ability. By strewing jingeli seeds and darba grass on the ground, the attention of the mind is diverted to Vaikuntha. If the 5 gems are put into the mouth, life flourishes in the next birth. We're at 7.
Yeah, but it was 6.
That was 6.
I'm interested in this 5 gems thing. See?
Yeah, 5 gems in the mouth. It's like 5 elements in the Indian way of thinking.
And this is supposed to give a better birth, better rebirth.
Yeah, well, yeah. Better life next time. Here, keep these gems in your mouth. Mm-hmm. Spit them out when you're born. They'll think you're really cool and they'll stuff. I don't know. All right, 7. The ground should be smeared with cow dung, which is a kind of cleansing in India, though it may sound.
You can make a really shiny kind of brown surface.
Brown surface. Yeah.
Well, it's poop, but it's very clean because
It's gotta be
cows
brown.
have so many stomachs, and so it's actually very, very clean.
It packs down well. It can be polished virtually.
Yeah, it's shiny.
A
It
good,
looks,
well-maintained
you'd never know what it was.
cow dung
You
floor
didn't
is a
know.
beautiful thing. If the ground is not smeared with cow dung, there is no purity. See, if smeared already, it should be resmeared. Then alone it becomes pure and holy. Evil spirits, demons, ghosts, and terrible giants of low strata attack the sick man lying on the ground, which is not smeared with cow dung by the people.
Okay, we started that discussion in 7.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's not dead yet. Actually, it starts in 7. The sick man put thereon, and here they want you to smear it with cow dung and then sprinkle gingelly seeds and durba grass on it. Put the guy on that if he's sick and you think he's going to die. And it'll keep away evil spirits, demons, ghosts, terrible giants of low strata who might otherwise attack a sick man lying on the ground.
And then it continues to talk about preparing the floor through 10.
Yeah, well, that's yeah. Yeah, it tells you if it's not smeared, there's no purity. If it's been smeared before, smear it again. You can't smear it too much. Cleanse that floor around the sick person with cow dung. All right. 11. If the daily homa, shraddha, or washing the feet of the holy Brahmin guests are performed on the bare ground without the mystic diagram drawn, they are no better than left undone. Without the mystic diagram, it is not possible to secure the recovery of the sick. The gods, Brahma, Vishnu, Rudra, the goddess Shri, and the sacrificial fire preside over the mystic diagram. Hence, the mystic diagram should be drawn invariably. And I suspect the word they're using here is yantra, or mandala, or...
Yeah, well, it's hard to know.
Okay, you're right.
And it's hard to know what the shape is unless it's just the lotus kind of shape, because they talk about that a lot.
Yeah, there is, whatever the yantra design is, one assumes that it would be oriented to the directions, and so probably includes an 8-petaled lotus somewhere, or at least a 4-sided figure with gateways that would indicate the cardinal and by the points of the square the intermediate directions. You get your 8 directions. That seems to be important. You want to line up your microcosm with the cosmic greater cosmic order so that you're in harmony, or else it's not going to work. Whatever you're doing. Okay, sacrificial mystic diagram necessary. Otherwise, the dead man, whether child, youth, or old, cannot transmigrate. He will be playing around with the wind. In the aerial form, the dead has no shraddha rite nor water libation. Gingelly seeds originate from my sweat, O Garuda, and hence are holy. They come from the sweat of Vishnu. And gingelly were sesame seeds. What we're talking about here. Asuras, Danavas, and Daityas flee from the place where gingelly seeds are kept. Gingelly seeds, white, black, or brown, destroy sins committed by the body. So you've got your different colors of sesame seeds that are... You may well have seen these before. They're all good for keeping away the Asuras, Danavas, and Daityas, so get those sesame seeds. I'm very fond of sesame seeds. I didn't know I was eating Vishnu's sweat. Yum! Okay, One gingelly seed offered in the holy rite is on a par with the gift of a drona measure of golden gingelly seeds. But they're both gingelly seeds. I find a logical problem with that. Gingelly seeds offered in Takpana and Homa have an everlasting benefit. 18. Darba grass is born of my hair, and the gingelly seed originates from my sweat, not otherwise. The holy sacred thread is an essential item in all religious rites. The whole universe rests on it. Brahma and other deities are propitiated when the sacred thread is worn in the normal way. When it is worn over the right shoulder and under the left arm, the manes are propitiated. So that's actually the inverse way. It's ordinarily worn over the left shoulder and under the right arm, but when it's worn the other way around, the manes, the ancestor spirits, are being propitiated, the dead. Brahma is stationed at the root of the Darba grass. Keshava is stationed in the middle. Know that Shankara is stationed at the tip of the Darba grass. Thus the three deities are stationed in the Darba grass. Brahmins, mantras, kush grass, fire, and tulasi plant, O Lord of birds, never become impure, though utilized frequently. However much you use them, they don't get dirty. Brahmins, mantras, kush grass, fire, and tulsi plants. Use them up, and they don't get dirty. I like that. Brahmins and mantras and kusha grass and fire and death. Isn't that an odd list? It's funny though.
Kush grass?
Kusha. Yeah, kush. Vetiver. A wonderful fragrance, and the root of the grass has great fragrance. They make oil from it in the traditional degi extraction,
and also
it's one of my favorites. It's cooling.
Things like shades for the windows that you get wet.
Oh yeah, and it smells good. And you know, for a while they were showing up in, like Pier 1 as little gift boxes that you can keep things in, but they were woven. But it's also traditionally used to make a seat to sit on for spiritual practice, an asana. And it's a root, so it's appropriate to the
Brahmas, mantras, fire.
Brahmins, mantras, kusha grass, fire, and tulasi plant.
That's all.
The tulasi basil, the holy basil, awesomum sanctumum. O Lord of birds, never become impure though utilized frequently. Kushas become impure when used with pindas. So there's a case when kushas become impure, despite what they said. Brahmins become impure when they partake of preta food. Mantras become futile when practiced by Shudras. The fire in the funeral pyre is not so holy.
So this is what verse? 22?
22, yeah, it's giving you the conditions under which, after telling you that you're going to, however much you use these things, they don't become impure, except kusha grass when you use it with pindas, which are the balls of rice that are offered to the dead,
right,
become impure. Brahmins become impure when they eat preta food, which is like food offerings to the dead that haven't been born again, that haven't transmigrated. They're the hanging out dead, It's like it's the stage everybody goes through, but some go on to be ghosts and some get put back into the recycle pile.
Right.
Mantras become futile when practiced by Shudras. The fire in the funeral pyre, not so holy. It says that. O bird, there are 5 types of boats to succor saintly men who may otherwise get drowned in the ocean of worldly existence.
5 kinds of boats?
5 kinds of boats that keep you from drowning in the ocean of worldly existence. So they're metaphorical boats. Tulasi, again. Brahmins, again. Cows, Visnu, and the Ekadashi day. That's the 11th day, the holy day for many Hindus, especially Vaishnavas. The holy day in the lunar fortnight. The 11th. the 11th lunar day. And, there's an Ekadashi waxing and an Ekadashi waning.
Right.
Because they're counted from the day after either the full or the new moon, at least in North India, central North India, where I'm familiar more. In the worthless but impassable ocean of worldly existence, there are 6 holy things yielding salvation: Vishnu, Ekadashi, Ganga. So it's all the same plus Ganga. Tulasi, Brahmins, and cows. Okay? Different order, but all the same things, with the addition of Ganga to make these 6 holy things yielding salvation.
Where are we?
24. No doubt they have some special name. The Shakta Dharma cheese. Dharmic cheese. Oh, cheese isn't cheese, it's Hindi for thing. Sorry. I forget. Say thing. Cheese. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gingelly seeds are holy and unparalleled. Get more sesame seeds. They're awesome.
What verse is that?
We've been eating bagels for breakfast without sesame seeds. It's like torture.
4? No, 25.
What's a bagel without sesame?
Bread. Go on.
Gingelly seeds are holy and unparalleled. Similarly, darbas and tulasi too. The 3 ward off mishaps. Holding the darba grass in your hand, the performer of the rites shall sprinkle water over the ground. At the time of death, the darba grass should be strewn near the bed of the dying person. 27. The dead body should be enveloped with darba grass and placed over the bed made of the same grass. Then it is sure that the dead man will attain Vishnu's region even without the recital of mantras. They'll tell you different later on, I suspect. Gotta say the mantras, or you're... But it's just a way of emphasizing that the importance of the darba grass, why the darba grass is
Which he said was his hair.
Yes. Darba grass is born of my hair, and Gingelly seeds originate from my sweat. Okay. Once you cover the body with grass clippings, then it is sure that you have to. It says to. Then it is sure that the dead man. We really actually revere these texts, and we are very. But in the spirit of intellectual discourse, we also have some fun.
We recognize that different cultural contexts makes things peculiarly funny sometimes.
And we allow ourselves to enjoy this. Forgive us if we offend anyone. It's not our purpose. Meanwhile, the dead body should be enveloped with darba grass. The man lying on the deathbed of kusha grass on the ground is as pure as a man who has performed expiatory rites in the world. In case he didn't. If the ground is smeared with the cow dung and the deathbed is made of kusha grass, whatever charity is given therefrom dispels all sins. Salt is on a par with everything divine. It yields everything the person wishes for himself. No dish tastes sweet without salt. Hence, salt is favorite with the mains. The gift of salt leads them to heaven. It is said that salt is originated from Vishnu's body. Hence, yogins praise a gift of salt whenever a Brahmin, a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, or a Shudra is on deathbed. Salt should be given as a gift. It opens the doorway to heaven.
Very important in Western magic. It's a neutral power. It's not positive, it's not negative, it's neutral. So what that means is you can make barriers out of it that are neither positive nor negative. So if negative energy comes, it stops it. If positive energy comes, it stops it.
Salt of the earth.
It was one of the earliest substances to be traded as well.
And it's the only mineral we regularly eat as part of our diet.
Yeah, it's true. Right out of the ground. Crush it up a little bit. Yum.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.